Millennials were told they could be anything, and you believed it. Not because you were naive, but because every adult around you said the same thing. Work hard, go to college, follow your passion, do what you love. Success will follow. You weren't raised to settle, you were raised to aim higher. And then adulthood happened, and suddenly the rules didn't match the promise. You did what you were told. You studied, you worked, you pushed, you improved. But the reward system felt off. The job market shifted. Housing prices exploded. Student debt followed you like a shadow. Stability became a luxury instead of a baseline. And now you're tired. Not dramatic tired. Not I didn't sleep enough tired. You're tired in a way that feels constant. Like no matter how much you do, there's always more to prove. That's not laziness. That's pressure that never turned off. You were raised on ambition, but you entered adulthood in instability. That combination does something to your brain. It keeps you in low-level alert mode. You're always calculating, am I behind? Should I be further? Is everyone else doing better? Did I miss something? And then there's comparison. You didn't grow up online. You grew into adulthood online. Right when careers start. Right when relationships solidify. Right when identity forms. You were building a life while also watching everyone else build theirs in real time. Promotions, engagements, side businesses, travel, announcements. Even when you're doing fine, you feel slightly behind because someone is always ahead, and you don't even blame them. You blame yourself. You think, if I just worked harder, if I chose differently, if I optimized better. But here's what you don't say out loud. You've been optimizing for years. You listen to podcasts, you improve your skills, you adjust your mindset, you go to therapy, you self-reflect, you try again. You are not avoiding growth, you are exhausted from chasing it. And chasing becomes identity. If you're not improving, are you falling behind? If you're resting, are you losing momentum? That's burnout. Not because you can't handle responsibility, but because you were taught your worth is tied to output. You also carry timeline pressure. You look at where your parents were at your age, house, family, stability, and even if you logically understand the economy is different, emotionally it still hits. Because expectations don't disappear just because circumstances changed. So you're stuck in this weird place. Old milestones, new reality, and you're navigating both. You're also the generation that normalized therapy. That talks about anxiety openly. That questions unhealthy work culture. That says burnout isn't a badge of honor. That's not weakness, that's awareness. But awareness without structural relief still feels heavy. You're not failing, you're adapting to a system that keeps shifting. You weren't prepared for constant uncertainty. You were prepared for achievement. That's why this feels so confusing. You did what you were told, and it still feels hard. That doesn't make you incapable, it means the promise changed. Burnout isn't a personality flaw, it's accumulated pressure, and you've been carrying it longer than you realize. So if you feel exhausted even when you're technically doing fine, if you feel like you're running but never fully arriving, if you feel both ambitious and drained at the same time, there's nothing wrong with you. You internalized high expectations in a world that became unpredictable. That combination would tire anyone. Now, I want to ask you something honestly. What drains you the most right now? Money? Career instability? Comparison? Expectations you put on yourself? Say it out loud. Because this generation doesn't need more criticism. It needs acknowledgement.